Okay, so I finally got away. I got out from the narcissistic siblings' house. Okay, I was only there temporarily, but it felt like an eternity in a hell from Mosh Pit hell. If that makes any sense whatsoever. It was a nightmare. I never got any sleep. I never got any rest. There's no truth. The whole time I was there, nothing but lies and manipulation. And no, once again, I'm not talking about a Trump rally, but it was just crazy. Really, it was. When you open up your eyes and finally realize one of your siblings was far worse than you ever could have imagined, okay? I never knew that they were a narcissist. But when I came here, and it's only been about 5 days since I've been here, seriously. There's nothing on the walls, as you can see, so just like my insides, nothing right now. And I still have PTSD. It may be happening for quite a while now. As a matter of fact, I went to look for a painting just a few minutes ago that I had found at his house that I had given him about 3 years ago. It was a rendition of an Andy Warhol cow, a red cow. I love that painting that I did. Painted it myself. He never hung it, and I found it in the closet in the bedroom that I was staying in. He may have wanted me to find it. Who knows? So when I got out last Sunday night, I took it with me, okay? But I can't find it. So I'm always doubting myself. Did I bring it? I know I brought that painting, or did he take it? It's stuff like that. I'm still not sleeping that well. It's stress. I didn't get any sleep the whole time I was over there. He let my animals out of the side yard so they could escape, and I had shut the gate. I had closed that gate shut. Went out there 15 minutes later. It was open. I confronted him. Why did you open that door? He couldn't even answer me unless it was like, the wind blew it open. The first time he told me the meter reader came in. And you know what? I actually bought it. But after he said the wind blew the gate open, which it would have to be a tornado, because that gate was grinding against the asphalt. You'd have to push it like that to get it closed, all right? So stuff like that, and I'm still remembering it, and it's just been very difficult. But I finally got out, and here I am, and I'm trying to start over again. I took it in a pinch, okay, because I knew I had to get out. And I'm just trying to breathe deeply. But last Sunday night, 2 hours later, I didn't tell him I was leaving because I didn't want to do that. There would have been hell to pay. He would have been over the top, helping me and driving me crazy and screwing everything up. Or he would have been angry and toxic, and who knew? You never know what they're going to be like. So I didn't tell him. But about 2.5 hours later, I get a text after I'm out of there. Not about, how are you doing? Where are you? Why didn't you tell me you were leaving? What's your new address? How do you feel? No, it began with, Patricia, what have you done with my utensils? My forks. Those are antique forks. They're very important. And the bee on them, that emblem, is not from our family. It's a bee because of God only knows why. There's a bee on, but there's an emblem on them. Those forks are probably at least $12 a piece. He got them in Italy. And a serrated knife I must have taken. And I probably did it on purpose. So I could, I'm sure that's very important to him, because it's so hard to find a serrated knife these days. Okay. And so that was his text. And you know what? It didn't really surprise me that much. It just reiterated all the crap I had gone through. And I know, and even though I know, he's the problem and he's the one, and I didn't cause it, and this is who he is, it still leaves a toll on you. I'd love to hear from you, because if you've ever been through anything like this is why I'm making the video, because it's eye-opening. It's hard to get over. I mean, it'll probably, who knows how long it'll take, but I do feel like I'm going through something. You know, it's my family. You hope that you have. I knew my family wasn't okay. I've known that from the very beginning. But as a kid, you accept it because you don't know any better, okay? And then eventually you realize it and hopefully you move on. But evidently he never did. And now this has brought me back into the mosh pit of hell, you know, and it's a very difficult situation, but I am grateful that I'm out because my animals feel safer. I know they must, you know. They look up at me like, you're there. Thank God you're there and you don't look like you know, frightened from hell. So I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced anything like that? It's just wacky. Well, I take it, you know, I did find his forks, and I took more than I ever thought I did. And I didn't really mean to, but I probably didn't want to go in the kitchen and wash them all the time because I tried to avoid him at all costs, okay? Will I take them back? Probably, but hopefully only when he's not there. I'll drop them off. I'll leave them in the, you know, between the screen door and the regular door. Oh, and the serrated knife. I'll make sure he gets that, okay? That's very symbolic of how I feel right now. Just saying.